Hola, my polyglot pals. It's me, Tori, again, and it's been a while. Uh, I've decided that it's a good time to start making videos because of a lot of us are in social isolation or social distancing or even in full on lockdown. And it's a good time to sort of develop new skills. And learning a language is something that a lot of people have definitely expressed interest in doing while they have this sort of alone time. Just recently, one of my friends said that she was going to try to really take her French to the next level. She took French in high school, and I said, okay, I'll join you. I will learn French. So I've got to catch up with her so that we can actually start practicing together. Anybody who has heard me talk about learning French will know that I have tried once before and I did not get very far. I cannot say anything in French at all. Like, I know bonjour and like merci beaucoup, and that's about it. Like, everything beyond that, como se va, that's all the French I know. Literally all of it. I know 3 phrases. So I'm basically like starting from scratch, and that's not a place that I've been in a while. So I'm gonna do some reviews of various sort of programs while I'm trying to sort of level up my French. And I thought I'd start with Duolingo because it's wildly popular and I've never used it. So this is really going to be like fresh eyes on Duolingo. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to get started here. I want to learn French. Why am I learning it? I'm just learning it for fun. And it's interesting that you can pick a goal for how much to practice a day. So casual, regular, serious, and intense. 20 minutes a day is definitely not intense language learning. So if you are trying to actually really quickly learn a language, you are going to have to put in more than 20 minutes. Now, I think Duolingo is probably meant to like supplement other things, in which case that's fine. I'm going to say serious. And actually, I'm going to say regular just for the purpose of the YouTube video. But I will go back and see if I can change it to serious or intense. Unless I don't really like using Duolingo, then I probably won't return to it. All right, so stay motivated with reminders. I'll allow reminders. I assume those reminders are just going to be the kind of things that tell me to keep practicing. And new to French, so I'm going to click on that. All right, which of these is the man? Okay, so what I think already is really interesting about this is that you get the picture along with the word, which is cool.
L'homme.
Loam. Loam. Now, one thing I don't like about this already is it probably should be encouraging you to repeat after the word with actual instructions.
L'homme.
Loam.
L'homme.
Loam. I don't think I'm saying that right, but we're going to move on. Oh, well, it's got that fun, like, Rosetta Stone kind of noise. The cat? This is one of the words I know in French, actually.
Le chat.
Le chat.
Le chat.
Le chat. Do I say that to you? I do wish it kind of had, like, the Anglicized way of saying it. Anglicanized. The boy, is that garçon? Is that how that's pronounced?
Le garçon.
Le garçon.
Un homme et un chat.
Okay, so these yellow words are new, and I can tap them to reveal what they mean. But before I do that, this is a really good time to try to learn things through context, right? So,
Un homme et un chat.
un homme et un chat. You should also, when you're doing exercises like this, where you're given a sentence, is try to read the sentence and sound like the person reading it.
Un homme et un chat.
Un homme et un chat. And now, what does it mean? I mean, it looks here like it's a man and a cat. So I'm just going to do that. I don't have to click on the words to know what they mean, which is good. That's what learning through context is. How would you say "an"? It looked like it was "eh." Eh? Cool. I'm learning new words. So from that couple minutes there, I learned man is l'homme, boy is le garçon, cat is chat, And is et.
Chat.
Oh, this is interesting because, especially for me, I find that the French pronunciations and that has been quite difficult. So, it asking me what I hear is a cool way to learn. To me, that sounded like the word for cat.
Chat.
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 Chat. I think it's that. Yeah. Select the correct translation. Un garçon. There, it definitely probably should have played the word back for me rather than just letting me click it. I personally want to hear the word as often as possible so that I can better speak the language. And so it becomes sort of rote memory. So that sounded like un, un. So sometimes it's a good idea to replay things multiple times. Try to really sound like the speaker. Un. So it looks like it's that, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. And time for a challenge. All right. Translate this sentence, a man and a cat. I'm pretty sure I can do this. It's going to be un homme et un chat. Chat. Cool. Translate this sentence, a cat and a boy. Again, feels like something I can do. Un chat et un homme. Et un homme. Oh, sorry, a boy, not a man. that was just me forgetting what I was translating, not me not able to do that. However, okay, it does give you the opportunity to do things again. So this was a really good test to see what happens if you get something wrong, because I hadn't tried that. So a cat, un chat, and a boy is garçon.
Garçon. Garçon.
Garçon. Cool. And I'm 5 XP away from my daily goal and have a 1-day streak. So they've really gamified this, which is kind of fun. Now, before I give my final review, I'm going to go through, take the Spanish placement test, see where it puts me, and try a little bit of one of the more advanced courses or wherever I end up with the Spanish test. And then I will give my final thoughts. I just want to see if the more advanced lessons are the same as the simple lessons. All right, so I finished the Spanish test and it looks like it kind of auto puts you at level 2. I did get 2 questions wrong. Okay, so it asked me how much Spanish did I know before starting Duolingo. What does 8 mean? I'm gonna say 8. Okay, interesting. And now this is something totally different that it's giving me. I'm wondering if this is like a second placement test. Let's just see. Oh, I think it might be giving me the final test for section 2. Okay, interesting. So it does seem to checkpoint you in to lessons. So it says I passed checkpoint 2, which I guess means that like I got everything from checkpoint 1, which is not a small amount, into checkpoint 2. I don't know if I got everything right because it did not tell me. I'm sure I made a couple of mistakes, especially because that checkpoint was substantially harder than the initial placement test that I took. So let's just see what activities 2 are. And what this looks like is an actual lesson that's more advanced.
¿Dónde almuerzan ustedes hoy?
So it is kind of the same. It's interesting that almuerzan is a word I have to learn. This is also really hard to do, not because I don't know what the sentence is, but because kind of the words are all jumbled and it's hard to find. Essentially, where are you eating, or where's lunch today? but I don't see is. So, where are you having lunch? Having lunch, okay.
¿Tú no almuerzas en casa hoy?
Okay, so I think that between taking the placement test, doing the initial, and just doing 2 questions of the slightly more advanced Spanish, I can give some opinions. So it seems to be a lot like Rosetta Stone, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, though in my opinion, it's not necessarily going to make you conversational. However, it may help you recognize words faster, and it is essentially fancy flashcards with sentences. The placement test was weird and easy. The second test I took immediately after was actually a lot more advanced, and it wasn't overly hard. I found a lot of the questions easy still, but there were a couple that I really wish I had immediate feedback on, so I would have known. Do I think that Duolingo is going to get you to fluent? Probably not, based on the short clips I've seen. However, I do think I am going to continue to use Duolingo because it was pretty fun, gamifying it, especially for French. And I think it'll teach me some new vocab pretty quick. I like how they put words into context, but the context for the second set, like the Spanish, was not great because if I hadn't known that almuerzan was lunch, I would not have been able to guess that from context, and that's not really what I want. It would have been better if they started, and I assume they didn't do this in a previous section because it said that almuerzan was a new word, but it would have been better if they were like, lunch today is a sandwich and an apple, because then I could have at least looked and been like, okay, there's food involved, so it must be something to do with food, and then saw the words that were available to me. So those are kind of the couple of complaints that I have after going through that. I did not hate it, and as I said, I'm probably going to continue. But if you're looking for fluency, you're definitely going to need to supplement Duolingo with something else. Duolingo really just seems like a game that you play when you're bored, so that you can improve your language skills rather than an actual language learning tool. So thanks for sticking with me throughout this video. Have you used Duolingo? If you have, leave a comment below. Tell me if you liked it, if you didn't like it. Is there something out there that's better than Duolingo that you can just have on your phone and use as you go? Do you feel like it got you to fluency? If you liked this video, please go ahead and like and subscribe. As I said, I am going to be here for a while. I've got a ton of videos planned, so I can't wait to go through them all with you. And I hope to see you next time. Ciao!